Today is 891st day to come here to listen and learn. I'm learning. I hope this will support your dreams. Your goals allow you to become the person that you want to become. Have you felt that you needed to conceal part of you to really fit in that environment you're in? Have you felt that you needed that to do that on a common basis? It might be that you are in a wrong environment, association. Because a lot of times people choose to leave companies, choose to move to different country, different career path, like really move out of their environment to really solve that problem. Because a lot of times people think that the environment will change them. Because a lot of times an environment that they move is not changing them. That finally reveals who you are because you don't need to hide to other people the true you. Because a lot of times people move because they finally able to express who they truly are without getting judgment because they're able to put a new picture of them. It's very, very powerful to them is when you move, other people do not know the picture of you. So anything what you put in front of them, they will think that is you. So a lot of times when you will live in one environment and really start changing, improving, growing, it's very hard because your environment will try to compress you. And it's a lot of times you will try to conceal all the ideas that you have because they will not understand the potential fear of judgment. So today we'll share few ideas are why people conceal themselves and in what places people conceal themselves in. So first one is just pretending that or just needing to like certain activities that other people like. So that means if you have some kind of group of people, some kind of group of friends, and every single person is playing one sport. And probably you have a tendency to play that sport as well because this is part of association. Now, of course, it could be that you love soccer, but because all your friends playing basketball, of course, probably will play basketball because no one is playing soccer. So basically, that means that knowing that you will adjust your activities, your hobbies, your passions based on your association. And it might be that you conceal what you really would love to do because you need to fit in your environment and in your friend list. Number two is hiding aspects of your identity. And that means that maybe you are certain type. Maybe you will love to be more solitude, but maybe because of the environment, you need to express yourself more. Maybe you need to be in attention more. Like what kind of identity things that you have that maybe you are hiding, and might be there's multiple things, but at the same time, you knowing that if you hiding part of your identity, who you are as a person, of course, it will not be sustainable unless you will start feeling regretful and you will not understand who you are. And this is a very interesting thing that people still trying to figure out who they are, what is their identity, and at a young age, and sometimes a little bit older. And now you're trying to figure out your identity, and now you're trying to put that identity that you're trying to figure out into an environment that doesn't really allow you to really express your identity. So you're not able to learn if this identity is truly to you. So really being able to be very support environment is very, very important. Because a lot of times people, oh, this is just John, this is just Bob. They always this way. So people attach identities and they think that is fixed. No, we're able to change, we improve, adjust our identities, personalities to make sure that it fits our vision that we are going because we are able to become who we want to become. Number three is keeping quiet about our opinions and beliefs to avoid conflict. Keeping quiet. That means that a lot of times people could share the things, and if we will be quiet because we just don't want to really, we want to keep those smooth waters. And when you will express that you do not agree with their opinions, you do not agree with their perspectives and their beliefs, of course, and if you do not express your options and all your opinions, a lot of times they will start to believe that you believe what they believe. And I think that is always nice to have a situation where you're able to express your ideas, your opinions, because opinions is the cheapest commodity of all. Every single one has those. And I really don't want you to really have argument about opinions. Be able to share it, be able to discuss it. But if this moves to disagreement and a real argument, I better leave that conversation. Like, why I need you to, if you're not able to communicate about opinions, because opinions is there's no facts. We can really work and discussing what is actual fact and what is opinion. And the majority of things in life is not based on facts, it's based on opinions. And it's a lot of times, sometimes, of course, that opinion is based on 80% of facts, maybe 70% of facts, maybe 60, 50% of facts. But again, still 50% is not covered. And that 50% we need to understand that we're not able to argue about. Number four is maybe changing appearance or personality. Again, this is really changing your appearance because of the cultural norms. For example, I love shirts. I love wearing shirts everywhere. And this is part of my appearance. And I know that some people don't understand. Like they love t-shirts and they love doing it, and good for them. But for me, I prefer to use shirts, and that's where I feel the most comfortable with. And I'm not planning to change who I am, and I'm not planning to wear shirts because you love t-shirts. If you feel that t-shirts are the most comfortable, you wear it, and that's okay. And I will wear shirts because this is for me most comfortable. Because a lot of times when for you the most comfortable thing is t-shirts and shorts, you start to believe that everyone's supposed to feel the same way. No, some people like myself, I feel the most comfortable in shirts, and that's how I feel the most alive. Number five is feeling uncomfortable, inauthentic in certain situations. Because a lot of times we just avoid standing out for ourselves or for other people. And some certain situations could really make you feel concealed because you're just not able to express fully yourself. Because you just don't want to express yourself for different reasons, because you don't want to stand out. If you stand out, it means you will get a lot of attention. It might be that you love your solitude and you don't like attention whatsoever, and really that's concealing, very concealing, because you're not able to express who you are. Number six is suppressing emotions like sadness, vulnerability, or any kind of emotions. If you need to suppress emotions, it might be that you are in an environment, in a situation that you're not supported. Because vulnerability is strength. Being able to say that I'm struggling, I'm working on it, and I will succeed, but I'm struggling now. There's a lot of things that are working. Because the most important part is understanding that you are struggling. That is okay. But the most important part is being able to say that what I'm doing now to overcome this struggle. What I'm doing now to overcome the struggle. It doesn't matter how small it is, but it must be done. Something at least small every single day to improve your station. That's I believe that's when you are strong. You have to say, this is what I'm struggling with. This is what I'm working on. This is what I'm capable of doing now. And I think that's very beautiful when you have ability to share in your environment what you are going through. Number seven is altering your language or speaking patterns. That means that maybe you would love to speak in one way, but because your environment speaks a different way, you need to adjust. Now, some communication is important to adjust, but if there's like some language that you do not want to associate. Maybe like swear words that you don't like. Maybe there's something else that every single person in your environment uses, but you want to separate yourself and don't use it whatsoever. And I truly believe that if you have a good environment, everyone will understand. If you have wrong environment, they will try to change the way how you communicate. And of course, that is again no, and being able to say like, I'm standing out of this and I'm walking away. And it's, again, I understand that some situations could be difficult to walk away, but we need to work towards that we could really find a way how we can really separate ourselves or spend the least amount of time with those people. Number 8 is downplaying your intelligence or achievements. It might be that in your environment there's a lot of ego, a lot of people who really speak a lot, but they never work and never execute, never take action to really get results. And now, because you execute, you make things happen, you invest in your growth, in your wisdom and knowledge and in skill sets. And because of that, you have results to show up, you have achievements. And now, because you have achievements and other people don't, now you are afraid to share those because they will be threatened by your achievements. Because of course we want to be in rooms where you share the achievements not to brag. Because you share achievements for inspiration and aspiration what's possible. Because you're able to say that, look, we started exactly the same position. And now I'm here. Regarding our finances, or regarding the health or whatever, but you are still here. And you have a chance because I came exactly from here. Now, some people will be threatened as like, no, like you are bragging. And some people say like, yeah, I want you to. Could you tell me what steps did you take to really reach that level? Because I think that the most important part when when you meet a person who really achieved great things, we ask, what steps did you take to really reach that? That's the environment we want to be in. Number nine is really concealing our hobbies and our interests. It might be that really we have some kind of niche that you will love to pursue, but nobody in your environment or station, no, not even close, who really are interested in that. And being able to really say that I will separate myself for this specific interest, for this specific niche, I will walk away. And I will do that by myself. I will do all other things with my community, with my network, with my friends. But this one, this my interest, this my hobby that I'm really passionate about, obsessed about, I will do by myself. It's now when we live in the 21st century, we're able to have connections all around the world. So that means we're able to connect and network with people who are not in our city, not in our even country. We're able to go to all countries around the world. And being able to do that, I think that's very, very important. Number 10 is going along with decisions or actions by other people. So that means that other people made a decision, may start taking actions regarding some kind of path, and we sometimes accept even and start doing that, even though to maintain harmony, even though that we do not align our values or anything with those decisions, with those actions. And we need to make sure that we do not conceal ourselves. And we open up and say that this is maybe what we're able to really adjust in those actions, what we're able to adjust in those decisions that aligns with my values, with my personality, with my needs, with my vision as well, to make sure that it doesn't go just one direction and that's it. Because now again, this we need to understand that will potentially will it'll include some discussion, disagreement, argument. But when you're able to do that, that's a massive trust in the community, because you know that if something comes up, you will come up with some questions and you will walk through to make things happen. So I think that it is very, very important when concealing ourselves. We need to be very, very careful that, because if you conceal yourself too long, you will want to leave your company, you want to leave your place, you want to leave your home, you want to move, because a lot of times moving is amazing. Like I believe that moving for right reasons is the best thing ever, but moving for wrong reasons is the worst thing ever as well. Because if you moved, but you stayed internally in the same place. It doesn't matter where you are. Internally, you're in the same place. So knowing that if you're moving towards something, that is great. But if you're moving from something, that is very difficult to really overcome. So being able to work on yourself internally and move yourself internally, then of course it's much, much easier to move you to other location externally. So I hope you should reflect and ask yourself, have you ever concealed yourself and didn't represent who you truly are? I think that sometimes, for the sake of harmony, not with friends, but other people, you can leave it and not share your true opinions and just be quiet sometimes. But in friends, with association, it is very, very important for you that you spend all the time. I truly believe that we must be who we are. Concealing yourself between our friends is detrimental for our future, for our joy, for our fulfillment, and everything. So we need to understand that we need to learn never conceal ourselves between the most important people in life. So I hope you choose to win and see you tomorrow.